me know when you're ready. You already started? Awesome. Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Poverty Barn Performance. Today, I'm going to be tearing down 289. Was going to be going into the Mustang. However, I've kind of changed my mind a little bit on some of the things I'm going to do, and instead of setting myself up for potential failure, I'm just going to go ahead and use Mustang body on the square body frame, and guaranteed we make us a Mustang. So that is definitely going to happen, and instead of it being just a total wreck job or whatever inside, I'm going to make it look kind of nice and to be into, as well as something fun to boogity around a field in. So let me just get this thing started up so we can set up some footage from two different angles and get started. Original cast iron intakes are heavy as hell, but one thing is guaranteed: I don't think you can break those things. Also known as a dizzy, or some folks call it a lightning whirler. Now, this is where things are going to get a little extra interesting. I don't think I brought a catch can for the oil, so I don't know how well that's going to work. So, grab a few of these ratchet hats. Start taking these off.
Okay, now I'm getting really hot.
Now you're getting really hot? Well, I personally think you're really hot already, so you're a little late on the uptake there.
Well, it's temperature hot.
Okay, go ahead and stand in the breeze of that pan.
Oh, it turned off.
It did?
Yep.
Oh, hell. Well, at least we got something. Alright. Fuel pump. Original. Very likely still works. The liberty of loosening most of this up before coming out here and starting this episode, so we can make things go a little bit quicker. Currently taking off the timing chain cover. Let's see what kind of mess we have waiting for us there. Proceeds off this engine and the transmission that I got. We're going to go to further funding the Mustang / Ambler project. So that way, being a very limited isn't going to hold us back so much from keeping content coming your way. At least until these kind of strange add-ons come to pass, and we managed to pick up a spot. want.
I might have to go back to the house because it's too busy.
Oh, I will see you back there then.
I am sorry, but I'm sweating.
It's okay.
And then the fever's happening.
Bye, baby girl. Really disappointed in the battery life of that other camera. I'm currently taking off the timing chain cover. We're going to see what kind of mess we have waiting for us there. The proceeds from selling off this engine and the transmission that I got are going to go to further funding the Mustang / Gambler project. So that way, being of very limited means isn't going to hold us back so much from keeping content coming your way. At least until such time as strange aeons come to pass and we manage to pick up a sponsor. That'd be neat. Okay, Minnie Mouse. I will see you back there then.
I am sorry, but I'm sweating.
It's okay, baby girl. Bye, baby girl. Really disappointed in the battery life of that other camera. That is going to have to be addressed here shortly. And by shortly, I think I mean one of my next paydays. Because holy moly, that's not cool. That does not fit on that. Okay, so. Alright. One more bolt to get on the timing chain cover. Never underestimate the power of a good 7/16. There we go. Oh, hey, that came off nice and easy. I was expecting it to fight me, as you could tell. Doesn't look too bad. I've definitely seen a lot worse. Gee. That gasket or seal looks really nice. I think I'm just going to leave that in place. Unless I have another one. Now, for the uninitiated, what you're looking at here is a timing chain, which runs from the crankshaft and its gear to turn the camshaft. And on the camshaft, we've got this wonderful guy here that comes around and around and drives the fuel pump. This gizmo right here. So as this comes around, it bloops that lever down to make fuel go whoosh. Yes, that is a very, very, very scientific term, whoosh. You can look it up. Honestly, don't know how much oil's down in that pan, so I'm kind of scared to drop it at the moment, even though I'm going to have to. We're going to hang on to this, because that's going to go back on rather soon. This assembly just slips right off, as does this guy, should he be well lubricated. I brought, and I have it somewhere here, lubricants and such. Also, since I'm not working with grinders or welders or anything like that, wobble pops, cold snacks, add a little bit of orange and you got yourself a Bundy mimosa. That's you know, Married with Children, if anybody else is old enough to remember that. Anything to keep you fueled and on the go. Now, did I bring that bag of goodies down here? I did not. Okay, so, well, would you look at that? Fram full extended synthetic protection 10-900 anti-weight. I don't know, it's Fram. I don't trust it for anything more than what I'm about to use it for. Oh. And not only is it Fram, it is old engine oil from a 6.2 that I tore down a while back. Let's get some more on there, because lubrication is a wonderful thing. Not just for engines, but for your women's too, because let's just face it, if she's smoking after sex, you're doing something very, very wrong. Now, might hang on to that, might not, I don't know, because I've got a timing gear set around here, right there. Next step, wipe my hands off. I'm going to pop them heads. Off with his heads! Now, again, you're going to see me do it in a very wrong way because I'd already loosened them up previously. So we don't got to worry about torque sequence to keep the heads from warping. But also, 19 millimeters long, 3/4, is that correct? Correct enough. Do this fit? Oh, it do! Awesome. Also, when I first got this engine, as a way to protect it from time, the elements, and myself, I also loosened up all my rocker arms too, so all the valves would seal, and there wouldn't be anything wet and nasty getting into my cylinders. I managed to pick this engine up for a whole whopping $80, and it was just starting to smoke in the 64 Ranchero that it was in, which tells me probably needs new valve guides, and that's not something I'm equipped to do. So I'm going to take it in to a machine shop and have them do my heads. But don't tell Minnie Mouse I'm getting head from someone. Yeah. Ah. I honestly don't know how many miles are on this old engine, but doesn't matter, because hiding around here somewhere I've got quite literal brand new pistons. I've got new rings and all that goodness. And we're going to go into detail about those and how they work and how to set them when you're doing these things up when it's time to do the reassembly video. Right now, I am being let down by this ratchet. It's not wanting to work correctly and is being more of a threat to my fingers than I care for. Probably should have pulled these spark plugs before I got started on doing this here, but it is what it is. I will yank these out though, because they're cheap, they're disposable, and when you're doing a rebuild, yeah, saving money is important, but also, because you've got to pass oil through these things, it's just better not to gamble and get yourself, spend the $7.53 on some fresh ones. Obviously, I didn't loosen all of these up very much, but loosened enough of them. That makes no never mind. Kind of wishing I had my ratcheting wrenches from my buddy's house right now, but I can make do without. I've been making do without for most all my life. Well, I didn't even get my first set of ratcheting wrenches until about 2 years ago. Old gasket, crasket. There's none on this side. Oh, wait, yeah, there's a little bit. That'll come off later. Somebody really likes their bright orange RTV silicone, which, with good gaskets on these older engines, at least on your heads, isn't really needed. But if you're an idiot like me, and constantly messing things up, then it's good to just go ahead and throw some of the goopus down on, just to make sure everything's sealed up. But also, check your manufacturer's information too, because if you put silicone on something that really shouldn't have it, you're running some risks, clogging things and screwing up sensors. And man, I hate sensors, whether you're censoring speech or censoring whatever. No, I'm kidding. The things you can do with modern engines these days are insane. I don't know how people manage to get 500 horsepower out of a 4-cylinder engine that's got little... Okay, that's gonna grump me up. There we are. That's got thimbles for pistons, but people manage to somehow, and that's just crazy in my book. But that's what the dyno says, so I'm inclined to believe it, a little bit anyway. one more of these to loosen up, and I can finally pop this head off. Finish loosening anyway. Now we're going to get our first real look deep down inside this thing. I haven't had a bore scope on it because, well, I don't have one. I just kind of went on blind faith from what I was told when I bought the thing. Which, yeah, might not be the smartest of moves, but I did it because, well, the price was right. And even if the thing is just totally up a creek, then 80 bucks would have been at least worth, I don't know, the heads, just to have things date stamped right, or whatever. I don't know. There we are. Aha! Victory is mine! And I got all these head bolts loose. That still has some moisture on it. Not a bad sign, I hope. Let's go ahead and store these in a bucket and give it a lid. Put it away. Oh, I missed one. Goodbye. All right. Rockers are loose. Lifters are gone. Lifter rods are gone. Lifters are still here. Get those out in a little bit. Oh, that came loose. Real easy. Now I'm scared. Oh! Well, a lot of carbon in there. I mean, a lot of carbon in here. When he said it was smoke, that's no. Oh boy. Ooh. That's worrisome. Tell you what, y'all let me know what you think that glistening stuff is here and in here down in the comments section, and we'll do some Google foo to see if you're right. I don't think stuff's supposed to just sound like a leaky sandbag coming out of your heads. Whew. All right, next head. By the way, this thing's been sitting here in my barn for about 6 years now, just about. 5 or 6 years. Kept it mostly covered. You can tell these weren't torqued down because they're not requiring much of anything for me to Get back to spinning again. Fun fact. Whatever size it's supposed to be, I don't remember off the top of my head, I think 5/8. Also works with 17 millimeter. So, them Europeans and whatnots aren't completely bogus with their rigs. Well, you know, I think it might actually be fun to get an old Opel or Mercedes truck to mud with. But since that rear end is toast, what do y'all think? Should I keep the rear end from the Mustang? I mean, it is a Ford 9-inch, which those things are pretty danged awesome. Yeah, I think I'm going to keep the rear end from the Mustang to put under this, and just Frankenstein the hell out of it. A smarter man would have had extensions for his ratchet. I've got them, I just don't know where the hell they all are. So, once again, you get to see me doing the wrong thing with the right stuff, or the right stuff with the wrong things. I don't know. That's another one I'll let you all decide on, just what you're seeing here. When it comes time to move that body, how many guys do y'all reckon it'll take for us to pick up and set it down on here? I'm guessing about 6. However, I don't think I actually know that many people who'd be willing to come down all at the same time to do something as insanely dummastic as that. Well, that's not wanting to go. Maybe I should actually find the right daggum socket for that, huh? Or wrench. What is this? 11/16, that might be correct. 5/8, there's this one. Another 5/8. Let's see what we got here. Is that a winner? It is! So 5/8 is what I was looking for all along. Or, nope, not 5/8. 11/16. .11/16 and 17 millimeter. Extremely close cousins. Not in the Alabama way, but, well, I mean, if it works, it works. Okay. Now. That is stubborn, and I don't like that. One of these days, I will have myself an electric impact. And when I do, oh buddy, look out. Alright, let's kind of see how scary head number 2 is. Or cylinder bank 2, or whatever you want to call it. Like I said, guy said it was smoking, and jeez, I didn't realize it was crack it had been smoking. That was also nice and easy to come off. Whoops. Oh man. White cylinder valves. That is not a good sign to me. Although, I don't feel anything for a ridge. So, I think this might actually be a relatively, fairly, somewhat, kind of low-mile engine. Which really has me worried that somebody did something stupid to it. Which is usually my job. Alright. Take off this backing plate. There we go. Well, backing plate or retaining plate, whatever you want to call it. Either one works. Back, bottom. Back, bottom, back! Yeah! Bad subby! Okay, fine. That was a terrible joke. I'm not sorry, but it was a terrible joke. Now we get this nice little guy here. Get these out of my way. We start pulling lifters. Again, individually, they're fairly cheap, so I'm not entirely worried about saving them. Okay, well, that's a little wide, not wanting to work, so let's get a screwdriver here. Or not. There we go. And wow, that actually looks quite amazing. So, again, I'm seeing things that are making me rather scared. I think I might just save these lifters. They seem to be in such good shape. I'm worried. Yeah, wow, okay. I'll just dunk these in some cleaner just to shine them up, because I don't think there's all that much wear with these. So Seems like a fairly low mile engine. With a whole lot of fouling. And what appears to me to have been burning coolant. Maybe that smoking the guy was talking about was a minor league coolant leak into the combustion chambers. Maybe not necessarily from head gaskets failing, but something else. I mean, this engine's been taken down at least once before, because the seals that are on here are orange siliconed over, which, correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't really a thing back in the early mid-60s. And also, oh yeah, look at that rust. Yeah, no, this was blowing in just all over. The smoking the guy saw was it burning coolant and not my valves being bad. I think I might just be a skeezy jackass here and just clean the ever-living heck out of those heads. Put them back on as is. We'll do something to test fire the engine before I put it up for sale, just because, dagnammit, I want to hear the thing run. Alright, now that I got those lifters out, I can pull the cam. Sometimes easier said than done. Why are you not wanting to come for me, little Cam? Well, alright. Let us... Where did my persuader bar go? Well, alright. Well, I'm looking for the persuader bar. This moment of respite brought to you by Bush. Some people eat Bush. I drank it. That's another wobble pop down. Marking number 4 for me today. Before starting this. Okay, there we go. I could, in theory, pop that freeze plug out and tag this from behind. However, I'm choosing to be somewhat lazy-ish today. I'm going to do it a slightly different way. Oops. Helps if I turn it in the right direction, you know? Yeah. There we are! I'm not going to be too terribly concerned about the bearings in there, because I got more. Americam. 231. Anybody knows exactly what they're talking about there? Let me know. Because at the moment, I don't. And I don't feel like doing Google foo just yet. Later I will. This camshaft does not look shabby. Does not look shabby at all. So, even though I got nicer to put in, I am going to keep this over here with the rest of all of this good stuff. I'm gonna try to resell that motherfucker. Yeah. See if anybody out there wants a original 1964 Ford 289 camshaft. Well, here's the thing. They say these things are supposed to be hand tight, but after 75 years and being made by Fram, hand tight means welded in place. So I'm gonna find what the heck I did with that screwdriver I was trying to use earlier. Well, doesn't matter because I got more. If you just absolutely don't give 2/10 of a tepid turd about the oil filter you're taking off, which, okay, let's face it, who really should? That works too. Oh, there's oil in there. Oops. Okay, well, fortunately that just went under the cement, not into the ground, and then the groundwater, and then I'll have the EPA on me, and whoops. There, see, I'm doing the right thing. I'm saving this old stuff, as much of it as I really care to anyway. Alright, there we go. Good enough. Shh, you didn't see that? Now, let's see just what other terrors I can come across. Is this the correct size for these? It is, alright. Get back to my 3/8 pain in the butt. Let's put that away. I'm seriously concerned about how that grit got down in there. Any of y'all think you know, go ahead and shoot a message down in the squawk box underneath the video. And see what the general consensus is. I'm honestly not sure how much of this oil that was in here came out during transport, because there was a good puddle in the back of my, that does not fit because it's a bigger size, the back of my old 84 Suburban, back when I had it. Man, that was a good truck. 6.2 diesel. It just ran and ran and ran until the crankshaft snapped. Not my fault, okay? It got regular maintenance. I changed the oil every 30,000 months. Oh, wrong way. Dang it. Damn it, Bobby. One of the reasons I'm not too worried about putting this 64.5 body on the square body frame is quite simply because I got the thing for 600 bucks as a rolling shell. It's not a fastback. It's not high performance. It's not a GT. Really, the only thing that set it apart was that it was a 4-speed car with a 4-barrel 289. Not even the high-performance 289, just the 4-barrel. So, yeah, it was originally kind of a little bit of a sleeper. But the guy I got it from, it was given to him in the will of his best friend, who stripped out the interior and bolted in a bunch of sheet aluminum and tried to make it a gasser with a straight axle up front, and just, man, he made this thing just not finishable the direction he was going. So I'm also deathly terrified that the welds I did for the shock towers and the suspension are going to fail miserably and end up wrecking the car and quite possibly killing myself in the process. So I'm changing directions hardcore on it in a way that will still let me drive it. Now, let's see. 13 millimeter, in essence, half-inch. All right, now. Let's see if we can see just how incredibly terrifying the crank is as soon as I finish with this. And boy, let me tell you, my back is screaming at the moment. When I say I'm all kinds of gimpy and disabled, I really mean it. My ass is broken. So thoroughly broken. I am doing what I can keep weekly comment on the way, weekly content on the way. A lot of it I'm doing by myself. Some of it I got Minnie Mouse for. Oh, good. Oh, hell, my battery's about to die. I'm glad I caught it when I did. So, I'm going to end things right here and pick up with another video another day. In the meantime, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications so you can see when we get new content posted, and leave comments. Soon as we get 100 subscribers, I can have my own personal YouTube URL handle, and it's going to be, what do you expect it to be? Of course, it's going to be Poverty Barn Performance. YouTube.com/Poverty Barn Performance, or /Poverty Barn. Make it easy for y'all. All right, until then, peace.